Do you know it is considered a crime not to have reflectors on you at night, especially during winter? Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and another exciting episode of Fun Facts About Estonia. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the cons of living here in Estonia. I don't want to use the word disadvantages. I decided to use the word cons because I don't want it to feel like it's one serious thing. And we all know that to life, everything has advantages and disadvantages, ups and downs. You just have to weigh it and know which one is weighing more. Okay, on the previous episode we talked about the benefits of living here in Estonia as an expat. Okay, so but today we're going to be talking about the other side, or the cons of living in Estonia as an expat, like the things that might shock you. Or wait, let me just say the culture shock that you are bound to face here in Estonia. Or let me personalize it by saying the culture shock that I've seen here in Estonia since I came, because I believe that the things that are shocking to me might not be shocking to you, might not be shocking to someone else. So this is me just sharing the cons that I've seen and the culture shock that I've seen so far my stay here in Estonia. But before we move on, my name is Ugoma. Welcome to Taste of Awards TV. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so Taste of Awards TV is a lifestyle channel. So I do food vlogs, share fashion tips, life hacks, DIYs, and everything that makes life beautiful. And sometimes I vlog showing you a new place that I have just been to. Well, traveling has become my new obsession. Welcome back, guys. Now, the very first culture shock or cons of living here in Estonia as an expat or a foreigner is the greeting aspect. As an Igbo girl who was brought up in the West, my life I've spent it in the West, and I have gotten acquainted to the Western culture of greeting. But when I came here to Estonia, I discovered that people don't get to greet here. Like, you could walk past everybody and nobody will say hello to you. I don't have a problem with greeting people, but where I had the greatest shock of my life here in Estonia is the fact that you greet people and they do not even respond to you. Okay, not that they didn't hear you, but they do not respond to you. So people don't take salutation very seriously like we do in Nigeria. You could walk past anybody and nobody will say hello to you, not because they are saucy, but because that is just how they are. They like to mind their business. They like to stay on their own because they don't know if approaching you will be disrespectful to you, or you understand, that kind of a thing. So everybody is just playing safe by just being on their own. But when you get closer to them, you get to understand they are very pretty simple people, very pretty nice people. So that's why I said I don't want to say it's a disadvantage. It's just a shock to me as a foreigner or as an expat living here in Thailand. If you're like me that was raised and born in places where greeting is very important, don't be surprised when you come over here and you greet people and they do not respond to you or they do not reply you. It's not because they are saucy or they are wicked or they don't want to reply. It's just the way they are. The culture here does not take salutation as important as we do. Okay, another cons of living here in Estonia as a foreigner or an expat is that the Estonian government does not recognize dual citizenship, meaning they do not give dual citizenship, meaning to be a citizen of Estonia you have to denounce your own citizenship. Say for instance, I'm a Nigerian. Now if I want to take up being an Estonian or having the Estonian citizenship, I would have to denounce my green passport. Yes, guys. So if you have the plans of like, let me move to Estonia so that I can give birth to my children and my children can be Estonians and Nigerians at the same time, cancel that plan, because Estonia does not do that. Okay, guys, so that is like one of the serious cons of living in Estonia as an expat. We'll talk about that some other time, about residency and types of residency that is available to foreigners and expats. So fast forward, they do not give citizenship to people, so you have to denounce your own citizenship to take up theirs. That is pretty smart of them, I must say. If you're like me that enjoys local food, Nigerian food, African food, or whatever part of the world you are from, you're gonna receive the shock of your life, because it's a total ball game here. See, there's no amala, there's no ewedu, there's no eforiro or whatever. You can make it yourself. That's if you find all the ingredients to make it. Okay, so don't be shocked or surprised when you come and you can't get a hold of your local delicacies or food. Okay, unlike some other parts in the world like the United Kingdom or USA, or places where we have lots of Nigerians, foreigners, you can easily get those food. But over here in Tallinn, the Nigerian community is quite small, though we have 1 or 2 people that are doing the food business, but it's not let me say, it's not like in the UK where you have amala joints, or like in the US where you have amala joints that you can just walk in and you get that buka vibe. Here we just have people that cook from home and then they deliver to people. I've never really seen an African restaurant here in Tallinn, so don't be shocked when you come and you can't find any African restaurant, or you can't find any buka where you can go and eat amala or eat eforiro and tinuero. So guys, get ready. To further talk about the culture shock about the food, what I did was I was able to bring 1 or 2 things in Nigeria when I was coming, but then it has finished, guys, and I have to just start learning to eat everything I see because before hunger will finish me. Now this very shock I'm going to be sharing with you, to some people it might not be a shock, but to me, as someone that grew up in the West and lived in Lagos or worked in Lagos, it was really a shock to me. See, my parents stays in Ogun State and I work in Lagos. So each time I want to go home to visit them, I spent nothing less than 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, traveling all the way. Where I'll use the word travel because that is how it looks like. Traveling all the way from Lekki to Ogun State. On a normal day, driving from Lekki to Ogun State should not be more than 45 minutes. But I end up spending up to 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on the condition of the traffic pattern. But when I came to Tallinn, it was a different ball game. Like the buses or the cars or whatever practically stops for me to cross. The first day I tried crossing, I was just standing there. The guy stopped driving. He was waiting for me to cross, and I was waiting for him to pass, and we're both staring at each other. And it dawned on me, like, this guy is actually waiting for me. And then I walked past. I felt so embarrassed that day, like, oh my God, I just showed how much of a Lagos girl I am. Like, I was waiting for the guy to cross, but he actually was waiting for me. There's no traffic. You can never be going and somebody will come and jam you. And you not hear that somebody jammed somebody because somebody was walking on the road. No. The only traffic that you will see here in Tallinn is traffic lights. Like when the traffic light is holding you on to pass the other people on the other side. It was really shocking for me because where I came from, traffic was like the order of the day. Some people might not be a shock, but to me it was a shock because all my life I have lived in traffic. So guys, it was really a shock to me, but it was a beautiful shock because now I don't have to run to cross the road. I don't have to be scared that one car will come and jam me or come and hit me from somewhere, because no matter how careful you are with crossing in Lagos, somebody could still be unfortunate enough to come and hit you where you are obeying the law. So it's a beautiful shock, and I really like the shock that it gave me. Yeah, this one, cold. My brothers and sisters, see, if you're not someone that has a tendency of enduring cold or staying in a cold place, I think Estonia is not a place you should consider moving to. According to research, Estonia is one of the 10 coldest places in the world. Like very, very cold place. During winter, it gets as cold as -18, -20, because I've witnessed this very winter. I've witnessed -18, -17, -20. It's that cold. Another shock is the daylight saving. When I say daylight saving, I mean that you get to have longer nights. So now by 3 o'clock or past 3, it's already sunset, meaning that at past 3 or 4 at most, everywhere is already dark. Now this is where the reflector comes in, because you can't really see someone ahead of you, but with the reflector while driving you can see the light and notice that, oh, somebody's actually there, and you know how to navigate yourself. So this is why having a reflector on your jacket, your winter jacket, or your bag, or your wrist, or whatever part of your body you want to have it, is very, very important, and it is considered a crime if you do not have it on. And during the spring there's another change. Now guys, it is very confusing and shocking to me because all my life everything has just always been the same, the sunset and the sunrise, but but over here every season has, or should I say, different ways the sun rises and sets. Now during the spring you get to have longer day, okay? So summer is even the worst. Now we're talking about the fact that Estonia is a very cold place. Now even during spring, which is the rainy season, it actually gets cold again. Like all through the year it's just cold. If you know you'll not be going out too often, the house are usually warm because you get to on your heater and stay warm. But then it's one of those disadvantages, or one of those cons that you have to just take along with the baggage. I kind of like it because it made my face smoother and it made my face look fresher, and who doesn't like a smooth and a fresh face? Finally guys, on today's episode, this very point I'm going to be sharing is not a con, it's not a disadvantage, it's more of a culture shock to me. Now I get to see kids as young as 7, 8, 10 going on the bus all by themselves. Okay, there was this very morning during the early winter days when you get to have the longer nights. It was like 8 o'clock, but everywhere was still dark like midnight, and I was in the kitchen trying to have myself a glass of water. I looked through the window and I saw this little girl with a school bag on, and she was walking trying to catch the bus. I was able to notice that because she had reflectors on all her body, and it was a shock to me. Like, really you leave your pikin early morning like that, where everywhere dark, may go enter bus? It was a shock to me because it rarely happens. I know people who stay in well-secured estate can actually let their child be left alone like that. This is because over here security is tight. Everybody knows where everybody is per time, and nobody's gonna kidnap your child. Nobody's gonna use your child for ritual. It kept me thinking like, my life can be beautiful, to be honest with you. Like, you just tell your child, yeah, go to school, and the child goes to school, find his or her way back home, and you get to do your business, and everybody's just doing their business, minding their business. My people, I was shocked and I was surprised. It was actually a beautiful surprise, and I would love to experience more of those shocks, guys. So guys, another con of living in Estonia as an expat or a foreign is the language barrier. See, you should also know that the Estonian language is like one of the hardest languages in the world, or more. The language had died. So, and communicating might be a little bit difficult for you as a foreigner or as an expat, because majority of them speak their local languages. It's not like us that we just choose English over our local dialects. They do not joke with their local languages here, and they take it very, very seriously and proud of it. So but then I believe that there's really nothing that anyone cannot learn if you put your mind to it. So if learning the language is something that you don't mind doing, yeah, it's something that you can actually achieve. We have a few Africans or Nigerians that speak the Estonian language, that speak Russian, and they're speaking it really well. Hey guys, thank you for watching today's episode of Fun Facts About Estonia. Do not forget to like this video, drop a comment, let me know what you want us to talk about in our next episode or subsequent episode, and I'll be delighted to tell you all that I know about it. Okay guys, if you've not subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, don't forget to do that now. Okay, so click on the subscribe button below this video to subscribe so you can be a part of this beautiful family. Until we see next time, remember to stay safe and stay out of trouble. Bye.